Yo, what's up guys? I'm back again today for another Wolf Among Us video. Wasn't expecting to do this, but you know, the playthrough actually was shorter than I was expecting, and I just checked out the episode 5 Book of Fables new editions, and we got some things in here that, you know, give us some backstory on where we're coming from so we can understand our characters a little bit more, and I think it's pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and jump into this, man. So episode 5 starts right here with Vivian. We got some new information about her, so I'm gonna read about it. I'm gonna talk about it real quick. So Vivian's story: the girl with the ribbon. Vivian was the very first to bear the curse of the purple ribbon. Removing the ribbon would result in death, and any attempt to talk about it was dwarfed by the spell upon it. As time went on, she tried to live a normal life. Eventually she married a nice man, but she was constantly wondering about the ribbon around her neck. Despite her pleas for him to leave it alone, one night while she was sleeping, he attempted to remove it. As he pulled on the edge of the string, Vivian woke up and saw what her husband was doing. In a panic, she pulled away, preventing the ribbon's knot from being undone. Furious, she tried to express the severity of his actions, but her husband was unable to understand. She realized then that she couldn't trust him and decided to leave. She lived alone for the rest of her days in the homelands, preferring the safety of isolation to risk of another betrayal. So Vivian, she got some insecurity issues right here, man. Hard for her to trust other people. I'm surprised that she was able to trust Georgie with her secret about the ribbon. How did she actually tell Georgie about the secret of her ribbons anyway? Because she was unable to talk about it, which is kind of, you know, interesting. But the history of the pudding pie, Vivian and Georgie's place. Vivian and Georgie met during the exodus from the homelands, and they helped each other survive the long journey to the mundane world. Upon their arrival, however, they found it hard to make a decent living. With that little money they had, they opened the Pudding and Pie. Operating a strip club may not have been the most desirable occupation, but they figured it was better to be in charge of a place like this than to be forced through desperation to work at one. Alright, so that's the history of the Pudding Pie. Vivian started that thing up way long ago on scraps and dimes, man. I wonder who were the first people they had working there as clients. I guess Vivian was the first one stripping, and Georgie was the one handling the business. And Georgie got the nice end of the deal right there. Winter Wolf, Bigby's mother. So this is new right here. Bigby's mother, Winter, fell in love with the North Wind and bore him 7 wolf cubs, but he quickly grew tired of her and left Winter heartbroken and alone. She tried to care for her cubs despite her grief. She was especially fond of Bigby, but as the runt of the litter, he was often teased by his older brothers. After Winter's death, Bigby's siblings went in search of their father, but Bigby stayed behind to protect his mother's corpse from scavengers. Unfortunately, he was too small to defend her. From then on, he vowed to eat something bigger each day until he was large enough to confront his father and finally make him pay for the pain he caused his family. So that's a little backstory of what the hell Bloody Mary was talking about when she was talking about Bigby's father and stuff like that. Oh man, so that's pretty messed up how she died and was abandoned by her children like that. But Bigby, you know, he had a long-lasting relationship with his mom, and it motivated him to get to the way he is right now, this true wolf form, because otherwise he would not be this big. And speaking of the true wolf form, the big bad wolf, Bigby's true form is that of a giant 8-foot tall wolf. Now in the game, he was way bigger than 8 foot. I swear he was way bigger than 8 foot. In addition to his iconic huff and puff power, he has also inherited other abilities from his father, the North Wind. For example, Bigby is able to hold his breath for an abnormally long amount of time, making it impossible for him to drown. So that is interesting. I didn't know Bigby had that ability to hold his breath like that, so we don't have to worry about him dying like that. And I wonder if that's going to be like, if that's something that emerges, like that fact that he can't drown, something that emerges in the comic books, or something that's going to emerge in a possible season 2 for this game. But moving on, Mary's loyalty. Dang, you know, Mary looked jacked up. She got into a bad fight, man. Domestic violence ain't pretty, alright. But that's part of the job. Bloody Mary's been working for the Crooked Man for many centuries ago. He promised her freedom to do as she pleased as long as she agreed to act as his personal bodyguard and hitman. Because of the Crooked Man's power and influence, Mary never had to worry about getting caught by the authorities. She's enjoyed her job immensely and would defend the Crooked Man to the death, mostly because she finds it fun. So no, I mean, Bloody Mary is easy to read like an open book, alright? She's just cut and dry. She has no secrets and anything like that. Well, I mean, maybe her tattoos on her and how her power works is kind of a mystery and stuff like that. But her motives are pretty clear, man. She just loves causing pain and destruction and doing whatever she wants to. Yeah, but farewell, Bloody Mary. It was nice while we got to know you, I guess. Fabletown Justice. When a criminal is captured in Fabletown, the traditional procedure is to hold a formal hearing in front of the community of concerned parties. However, exceptions are often made to expedite the process. In reality, there aren't any hard and fast rules for this type of situation, and the extent of which policies are upheld can depend on who is being charged. So that is that situation right there. That's how it normally is supposed to go down. When Faith was talking about we're not doing a normal thing, and you know, this was a special case. Crooked Man was going down that witching well no matter what. No way he was getting out of there alive, or at least not imprisoned. A new order, Snow White's in charge. Okay, with Crane out of the picture, Mayor Cole has officially appointed Snow White as the director of operations and deputy mayor in his absence. So that little brief period between the Crooked Man and the witching well scene and the scene we get to see with everybody coming to the business office and talking to Snow White, I guess she's been appointed officially mayor by Mayor Cole, well, the official director of operations, okay, a deputy mayor. All right, and reading on, many would say that this promotion is a long time coming, since she was instrumental in the establishment of Fabletown and personally ensured that many Fables made it to the new world safely. She's also been doing the work of deputy mayor unofficially for years. So Snow White, you deserve it. Congratulations on a new job. I hope you learn how to relax, which is not probably likely. She looks more stressed than ever, and Bluebeard as her assistants, I don't know if that was a good idea. Those two will be button heads day and night. And this is the final one right here, guys. Sheriff Bigby. After fleeing the homelands, Bigby will spend many years wandering through Europe. With a Fable colony quickly developing in the new world, Snow White and Feathertop track down the wolf and offer him a passage to Fabletown. He agreed, and Snow cut him a lycanthropy stained knife to give him the power to change into human form at will. So I know I chopped up that word, man. I can't say it right. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyways, that's interesting that Bigby owes the fact that he has his human form and those, I guess, those mid transformations to Snow White. Without that, he would be in the wolf form 24/7, which would not be okay. I mean, it'd be hard for him to go about a mundane type life like that. Anyways, yeah, he had to be glamored up like everybody else. Bigby became sheriff of Fabletown under King Cole's administration, but because of his violent past, many Fables didn't trust him, and he was banned from ever setting foot on the farm. To this day, he struggles to redeem himself in the eyes of the community. So that is the history between Bigby and the farm that he was talking about with Toad at the end there. I was hoping to get a new Book of Fable for Nerissa or Faith, so we could just understand what's going on with that ending right there, because it's kind of twisted, and one of them is dead, one of them alive. Now which one who is, I don't know. With this glamour situation, it is just very confusing. But guys, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed this video right here. Just some more brief history into the Book of Fables and this game that we all know and love. If you're watching this video, thank you very much, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Subscribe for more Game Over Entertainment. I'm out of here, people. Goodbye.